According to Harvard Business Review, 2/3 of every change initiative launched inside a company will fail. And in many cases, frankly, the other third doesn't do so much better. Not because the ideas or goals were wrong, not because the budget wasn't there, but because the people meant to carry the change had already stopped believing it would stick, because behavior is hard to change. I'm here to tell you right now, every one of you, that you have moments in your life, that you have life experience, that you have observations, you have experiences that are infinitely valuable to people, to other people. But you've forgotten that because you lived through them. Because you possess those experiences, you take them for granted. That blind spot, the one that makes us undervalue our own experience, is directly related to the reluctance people feel when it comes to change. Change means new, and new sometimes means difficult. Most of the things that you find difficult in life, they're only really difficult for the first 5 or 10%. And if you really want to have a fantastic and outstanding life, you learn how to deal with that first 5 or 10%. If you can learn that skill with everything in business, everything you find a little difficult, everything you find a little uncomfortable, everything you find a little embarrassing, you can change everything. The potential for change is there in every person, on every team. The question is whether the environment around them knows how to unlock it. Most don't. You've seen it, the big offsite, the great motivational speaker, the new values printed on the wall, the energy in the room right after the event, and then Monday arrives. 3 months later, nothing has changed. The old patterns are back if they even paused in the first place. This is not a motivation problem. This is a human behavior problem. And most organizations struggle to solve it because they're looking at the symptoms from the inside and not the cause. There is a gap between what companies, teams, and organizations want and what they get. And that gap cannot be filled with more information. It won't be solved with better systems, renewed hype, or new and exciting goals. It will be solved with better understanding, strategic thinking about why people do what they do, why smart, capable, motivated people keep repeating patterns they know aren't serving them, and then how to actually change that. Think about it this way. If a lock gets stuck and you force it, you might jam it, you might even break it. The same is true for people, for teams, for entire departments and companies. When something is stuck, force is not the solution, understanding is. And here's what most transformational programs completely miss. You cannot build new behaviors on top of old behaviors. You cannot layer new patterns over old patterns and expect them to hold. That's not transformation, that's decoration. Real change requires understanding what needs to stop, not just what needs to start, because until the old patterns release, the new ones have nowhere to land. When you understand why a behavior actually changes, and I mean really changes, not just for a week after a conference, everything looks different. Leaders stop managing symptoms and start addressing causes. Teams stop cycling through the same conflicts. Organizations stop launching the same initiative under a different name and wondering why they get the same result. In more than 2 decades of work as a transformation architect across keynotes, consulting projects, retreats, transformational programs, and books, I focused on one thing: giving people a framework for change that actually lasts.
Thank you, Eric, for putting me back on my path.
It's for everyone, and it's just so incredibly transformative.
It was like a magic bullet that elasticized everything that I'd ever done, pulled it all together into one cohesive way, and made absolute sense.
Thank you, Eric, for changing my life.
People don't need another motivational speech. They need an understanding of themselves. Look, the world is changing faster than our habits are, and an organization can only move as fast as the transformation they can stimulate, as fast as the behavior of the people will allow. And behavior can change permanently with the right tools, the right approach, the right strategy, not force, understanding. That's what I do.